Hello, I'm Kunal, and today we are learning about React-Redux. So, what is a Redux store, what is use selector, and what is use dispatch? These are all the things we are going to see with one counter example. So, before starting with Redux, we'll get to know about what problem is solving the Redux, and there are any alternatives to solve that problem. So, let's see. Before readers, we are passing the props using the prop dealing method. In prop dealing, we are passing the props to each branches. Like there is one complex hierarchical structure or a complex tree-like structure where there are lots of branches. So we need to pass that prop to each branch without they want that prop or not. We need to share that prop. Like if there is a need of the prop in the grandchild object, then parent will share that prop to the parent one. After that, parent one will share that prop to child one, and child one share that prop to grandchild object. That's how prop dealing works. But what if any one object get any error, then how will this pass that prop? How how they will continue the flow? So, like if parent word don't pass that prop, then this complete chain will get discontinued. So, to solve this problem, uh, we are going to share this prop in the global scope. So, like uh, I hope you are able to see. So, if any one of object, if any one of method wants that prop, then they can directly get that prop from global space. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. And here to avoid the prop building, we are going to use the Redux method. There are context API also solve this problem, but context API solves we use context API for the small projects. But take the example of we are using creating one e-commerce website. On that time there are lots of states are there, so we not able to share that much global state using the complex API, context API. That's why we are going to use the Redux. And now Redux have advanced itself by using Redux Toolkit, and we are going to see one example using the Redux Toolkit. So let's start the creating that example. I have created one React folder and set up my complete project. Now we are going to start implementing the Redux project. Like how we install the Redux toolkit, how we are going to set up all the things. Let's see. So for creating the Redux toolkit, we write all the reducer code in the slices. So first, we are working on the counter app. So first, we need to create one counter slice. So let me create that one. Counters slice dot.js. So we have created one counter slice. For reference, we are using the Redux toolkit documentation. So we will get the idea about how we are going to set up all the Redux code. Uh, sorry, sorry, I don't. Let me fix the error. Sorry for that issue. So using the React documentation, we are going to install our React app. So first, come in the Redux Toolkit official documentation. They have given that commands that npm install Redux.js toolkit, and after that we need to install the React Redux. So let's first, mm, okay, we have installed the Redux Redux Toolkit, and now we are going to install React Redux. And after installing that, they have given all the things which are required. Like we need to add configure store in our toolkit. We need to add create slice. So now we are creating create slice. So first copy this command, like not command. We need to import the create style. Create slice. So after inputting the create slice, we are going to add, let me const, we are going to counter slice. So I have, let me correct the spelling. Okay, counter slice, we are creating create slice. In create slice takes the object in it. So in after uh, giving the create slice, we need to give the name. Name is we are going to set counter. Mm, counter. Yeah. And after that, it takes some initial value, right? Our counter will start from 0. So we need to set that initial value. So initial state is equal to value 0. And after that, we are going to write the reducers. In reducers, what action we are going to provide in the counter? We are going to provide increment, decrement, and reset. So we need to write those action here. So first we will write increment. In increment, we are going to write state dot value plus is equal to 1. So this is how we are going to increment our previous value. So next action is decrement. We are going to create one arrow function and same we have done above value. Let me spell. Okay, value minus is equal to 1. So here when a user click on decrement, like when user perform the decrement action, on that time the our previous value get minus. And we are going to set reset also. Reset state state dot value is equal to 0. So here we have written our all the actions what we are going to do. So now we need to export those actions. So let me export it. Export const. We need to export all the actions. What action we have written? Increment, decrement, reset is equal to counter slice. Counter slice we have written. We are going to export it. And counter slice actions because we have these all are the actions. After that, we are going to export our reducer also. So export default counter slice dot reducer. So here we have done with our counter slice code. Now we need to store this all the actions in the store. So we are going to create one store, store.js. Okay, so each React Redux app, there are only one store. So we need to write all the things, all the store. We need to store all the things in the store only. So for import configure store, let me take the spelling. I don't want to make some spelling mistake. That's why I'm taking those import command from documentation. So import, let me remove this tuple. Okay. So configure store is coming from Redux toolkit, which we have installed that. So const, let me export it also. Export const store is equal to configure store, and that configure store we are going to write the reducer, and we are giving some is counter, and we need to import our slice here. So import counter counter reducer from counter slice. So here we have call our counters, imported our counter reducer from counter slice, and we are passing it here. So we have done with our counter slice also, and we have stored that slice into the store. So now we can directly work on our counter. So let me create the counter first. New file counter.jsx. So let me uh, create one boilerplate. Okay, h1 count is count. So we need to set that count also. But before we are working on this, we need to import use selector, use selector, and use dispatch. Okay. From we are importing them from React-Redux. Okay. So what the work of use selector? We use use selector to call that particular value from our store. So this is the work of our use selector. So let call our value from a store. So const count is equal to use selector, use selector, and that use selector we have state, which will going to state dot counter dot value. So, using this use selector, we have called our previous value from store, like the counter, this value, the value of our counter, which is initially the zero we have written in the counter slice. So, this value we are getting. Okay. So, we have called that value using use selector, and we are going to update that value using dispatch. So, let me write const dispatch. Just a second, let me check the spelling. Dispatch. Okay. Dispatch is equal to use dispatch. Okay. So here we have done with it, and now we need to create some buttons. Button increment. In that increment, on click, whenever user going to click on that button, we are going to uh, call one empty function which is calling to dispatch increment. And this increment comes from counter slice. Okay, so let me create another button also. I'm copy pasting it, and let me give it decrement, and uh, decrement. This decrement also coming from counter slice, and here we are going to reset. So here we have done with it. Like check on the console, like it's not console. Like check on the browser, it's working or not. So before doing, let me add this into main function. Like whenever we write the Redux code, we need to import provider also. Like import provider, sorry, provider from React Redux. And we need to call our store also. So import our store, sorry, store. I think we need to give name from stores. Uh, okay, store. And we are we are wrapping our app into the providers. And let me call our store. Yes, we have done with it. Let me uh, call our counter function also. Import counter from counter. Okay, so let me run it. npm run build. Let me check what error we are getting. Use state is not defined. Fine 9. Okay, fine 9. Why? Of undefined value encounters leaks 6. Let me check counter. I think we are taking the like let understand the flow of our app. So we have shared the value here, and that value gets updated, and we have stored that things in the counter reducer. Okay, so when we counter use selector states, it will grab that value from our store, like state dot counter. I think let me check the count spelling of counter. Okay, counter. I think I have made the mistake. Sorry, I have made mistake in the spelling mistake. So here when okay, I have done more mistake. Let me check it. Delete an instruction, counter implementing dispatch. Make sure you are calling action creator before calling the dispatch. Mm, okay, sorry, I have not called them. Yes, as a developer, we make some mistake, but we need to find out how we are making some mistake, and we need to yes. So now you are able to see our counter app is able to make increment, decrement, and it works for reset also. Okay, not working on reset. Let me check. Reset is not defined on click. Send it dispatch. Is I have made mistake in reset spelling. Control C. Okay. Um, Reset is not added from here. So now reset will work. Uh, yes, reset is working now. So this is how we have created our complete simple counter app using the React Redux toolkit. So I hope you understand the flow, like how we are, what the work counter slice do, how stores are used, we are using, And what is the main purpose of use selector and use dispatch? We use selector to grab that value from our store, and we use dispatch to manipulate it, to change, update that value in the store. So this is how these all the things are working. I hope you understand. Thank you so much.